Do you feel a connection to Jews who live outside of Israel?
Yes.
Like, explain what that means to people.
What do you mean? I have a family that live out of Israel.
Okay, where do they live?
Where? In Miami, in New York.
Okay. But if, let's say, an American Jew comes here, or a Jew from, I don't know, South Africa comes here, do you feel a connection because they're Jewish? Or American Jew or non-Jewish, the same thing?
I'm feeling connection with people because they are good people or bad people. They have an innocent reason why they are coming here, why they want to live here. They want to live with me here. You know, they don't want me out of here. If people want to live here with me, you know, I don't have any problem. But if they want me to kick me out of here, to go to swim on the water, in the sea, sometimes in the winter it's very cold.
Do you feel a connection to Jews who live outside of Israel?
Yes.
Okay, can you explain what that is?
What the connection is?
Yeah.
No, not really. I don't know.
Meaning, okay, so let's say two Americans are in front of you and one of them is Jewish, one of them is not Jewish.
Okay, I'll probably...
So why would you feel more of a connection to the Jewish one?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily feel more of a connection. I'd probably have more to talk to them about. Probably have more stuff in common just with how we grew up, and it would be interesting to hear how they grew up.
The one who is Jewish?
Yeah, and how they felt about it, and I'd ask the other person something, and maybe we'd have something in common that was, you know, a bigger deal.
Okay.
I don't know. It depends who these people are.
So explain to somebody who doesn't know much about Jewish people, why would you have something in common to someone who's American who's Jewish?
Well, A, because my mom's American, so that would, like...
Okay, so let's change it. So let's change that to someone who is from Morocco and Jewish.
Someone who's from Morocco and Jewish. So
and someone who's from Morocco and Muslim.
As opposed to that, like, what would I feel more, how would I feel more connected to them?
Or do you feel more connected to one over the other? That's the question.
I don't know. I'd probably be really interested, and I'd probably feel like, yeah, because like we have the same heritage in a way. But I don't know if I'd be more interested in that. It really depends who you are.
Do you feel a connection to Jews in the Gola, in the diaspora?
What do you mean by connection?
Do you feel like connected to them? If a Jew comes here from America or England, do you feel a connection to them?
I'm not sure I understand your question. By connection versus to what? To non-Jewish?
Yeah. So there's an American Jew and American non-Jew.
Okay.
Do you feel closer to the Jewish American, or it doesn't make any difference?
Yeah, well, it does make a difference, because after all, we all came from the same father again. So yes, there is a difference.
Okay. את מרגישה קשר בין יהודים בחו"ל? את מרגישה איזה קשר ביניכם?
מה פירוש?
לא יודע, אם נגיד שאני קנדי, אני יהודי, ויש עוד אחד שהוא קנדי לא יהודי, את מרגישה יותר קרוב אליי, או זה לא משנה?
אם אני מרגישה קשר יותר חזק ליהודים מחו"ל מאשר לנוצרים מחו"ל?
כן.
ודאי.
אוקיי, למה?
זה חלק ממני.
תסבירי את זה למישהו שלא מבין, שלא יהודי.
מישהו שהוא לא מבין. החיים שלנו פה מושתתים קצת על מסורת, גם על מסורת, למרות שאני לא דתייה. החגים שלהם שונים מהחגים שלנו, המאכלים שלהם, לנו יש את המאכלים הספציפיים שלנו בחגים, המנהגים שלנו בחגים. ואני מרגישה יותר שייכת, למרות שאני לא מסתייגת. אני לא מסתייגת לאדם או חברותי או נחמד והוא נוצרי, בסדר. אבל אני מרגישה יותר קרבה, זה כמו אחד מהמשפחה, כמו שאומרים.
אתה מרגיש קשר בין יהודים מחו"ל, ואתה מרגיש שיש קשר ביניכם?
כן.
למה? תסביר למישהו שלא מבין. כאילו מישהו מחו"ל שלא יהודי.
אינסטינקט כזה,
אינסטינקט יהודי.
מה זאת אומרת?
אתה מרגיש גם כמו שאתה מרגיש כל קשר עם ישראלי שאתה רואה בחו"ל,
אוקיי.
מטעם השפה ומטעם התרבות.
אוקיי.
יהודי יש לך איזה זיקה אליו. אין לזה הסבר. זה שכל ישר.
אוקיי. אז אתה פוגש יהודי אמריקאי או יהודי ממרוקו, אתה מרגיש... מה אתה מרגיש?
לא יודע. אבל אני מרגיש שיש לי אליו קשר. כמו שאני אכנס לבית כנסת בניו יורק או במרוקו, או אם אני אהיה בכל מקום אחר. אז יש לי חלק במקום הזה, אף על פי שזה לא מקום שלי. יש לי חלק ביהדות.
יש הסבר במשהו דתי? כן.
התורה היא מקשרת בין כל היהודים שבכל העולם. זה גחלת ששמרה על כל יהודי בכל מקום ומקום שנמצא. וזה הקשר הנצחי שיש בעם ישראל, התורה.
Do you feel a connection to Jews who live outside of Israel?
To Jews, whoever they are Jews. But you know, as time goes by, religion and individuality, you know what I mean? It's kind of separate means.
Okay, so meaning at the beginning there's a connection?
I have sympathy. I can't call it really connection. I have sympathy.
Okay.
To all Jew people, whoever they are.
Okay. Do you feel a connection to Jews living outside of Israel?
Yes, I do. But that is because I grew up in South America and Colombia in a Jewish community.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So I'm very familiar with the community abroad.
Okay. Do you think if you grew up here, you would feel the same connection?
Differently? Probably I would. I think.
How? Like, what would be the difference? Explain to someone who
I
doesn't
think
understand.
Basically, a lack of understanding of well, it comes down to two claims. The first one is that if you were Jewish, then you should live in Israel because it's your country. And on the other hand, it comes down to claims that if you're non-Jewish, if you're Jewish and you don't live in Israel, then you probably should become a millionaire and support the state.
Okay. So, wait, you think Israelis feel that way? Or people outside of Israel feel that way?
I think many Israelis who live in Israel, and perhaps it makes sense, they grew up with the idea that Jews abroad are very wealthy. And I think it also gives some kind of legitimacy to Israelis here who are Jewish and observant to accept Jewish people who live outside of Israel.
Okay. Do you find that as someone who didn't grow up here, do you find culturally there's much in common between Jews outside of Israel and Jews in Israel?
It varies a lot because, you know, Jewish people in Israel come from a very wide range of traditions, and you know, they are secular. You're Jewish, but you're also Israeli, and I mean, it's different. We almost don't separate maybe no. It just varies a lot.
Okay.
It just varies a lot. Yeah. I personally do confuse a bit my Judaism with my Israeli nationality. For me, they are a single thing because we have, religious holidays and all the Sabbath thing with transportation, and I do eat kosher, for example, but look, I have tattoos. So it varies, and I think there are no two Jews even in Israel who observe the same way or think the same way, or it just varies a lot.